boys, here we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are. Here we are, boys, back with episode 195. Here we are, boys, back with episode 195. Here we are, boys, back with episode 195. Back with episode 195 of Come Shorty Boy. Here we are, boys, back with episode 100. Back with episode 100. Yeah, back with episode 100 and back with episode 195 of Come Shorty Boy. Anyways, guys, hey, before we get into it, I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I'm doing these, guys, I have to reiterate this. I have to reiterate this. At any point in this stream you hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. So I've got everything organized, guys. I've got all my stuff organized. I've got all of my gaming stuff organized, and all of my music stuff organized. I've got all of my gaming stuff organized and all of my music stuff organized. So feel free checking that stuff out if you want. Also, guys, I did release a new song on Saturday, so go check that out as well if you want. Welcome, High Chief. Welcome, Smokey. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Anyways, guys, like I said, I've got all the stuff organized. I've got all my gaming stuff organized and all my music stuff organized. So feel free to check any of that stuff out. Also, guys, what do we talk about here? What do we talk about here on the channel? Here we talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, and psychology, etc., etc. Here we talk about all that stuff. Also, guys, I am a reader, writer, and storyteller. I'm still working on everything, guys. I'm still working on everything. I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Etheloria itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai Gunslinger, if you guys as well. But all that stuff takes time. So yeah, that's the intro and the promotional stuff out of the way. So yeah, how y'all doing? Also, guys, we are so close. To episode 200. Guys. I believe this is episode 195, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, what do y'all want to talk about? Because I got a lot of stuff. I could talk about. I got an hour to kill. So yeah, what do y'all want to talk about, man? What do y'all want to talk about? Also, guys, I do this. I do stream every night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So yeah, that's 6 days a week. That is 6 days a week. Hit y'all get a come chill with your boy. So yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing? Guys? But yeah, guys, I mean, I could just go on and just talk about anything and everything. I've been meaning to rewatch a few films and talk about them, but I'm just so busy that I lose track of time. Like I said, I'm still working on everything, guys. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Guys. No, my dear viewer, I am not. No, I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. But yeah, guys, I'm just working on a lot of stuff. Guys. I'm just working on a lot of stuff and all that, you know. So yeah, I'm just working on all the stories and all the books and trying to get that done if you guys and get all that done and out and on time. But yeah, like, man, it's good it's good to have y'all here, and it's good to do this, man. It's good just to talk, like for a like for an hour straight. I mean, I've got not. Dear God, I almost said 900. I wish I had 900 of y'all. But no, I actually only have 500 of y'all, of which is still pretty good. I mean, I'm halfway there, guys. I'm halfway there to 600 subs, and did I say almost halfway to 600? Dear Lord, no. Dear Lord, no. I meant almost. I'm halfway there to 1,000. I'm halfway there to 1,000 subs. I'm almost to 600 subs, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I'm almost to. Yeah, I'm almost to 600. I'm almost to 600 subs, guys. I'm almost to 600 subs. So yeah, it's good, guys. It's good just doing all this and just talking and all that, just getting all this work done and stuff, you know. Now, I'm not sure cuz like I've got all these ideas in my head, right? I've got all these ideas in my head, though I'm not sure how to do them properly. I'm not sure how to do them properly and all that. But I know if I were to actually practice what I preach. If I were to practice what I preach, of which I practice what I preach, do not get me wrong. I do I I do what I say, and I practice what I preach, which means I write a lot. I write a crap ton, guys. So I'm not I'm not doing the stuff that I tell y'all to do. Even though I don't actually tell y'all, I just like I strongly recommend it, guys. Because I am not a professional, guys. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. I am no professional when it comes to any of the topics I talk about. History, mythology, philosophy, and psychology. I am not a professional. I am not a professional in those fields. I'm just some stranger on the internet who's very passionate about those subjects. But there's this idea, right? And so I'm not sure who said it. I'm not sure which psychologist said it, but I think he was a genius when he actually said it, and I agree with this statement and the idea and this a philosophy behind the statement, behind his idea. He said he said something akin to there's no difference. There's no difference between writing and thinking, and vice versa. He said there's no difference between writing and thinking. Because let's actually think about this, guys. Let's actually think about this. Because let's actually think about this, guys. What are we doing when we're writing? We're writing our thoughts down or our ideas down. Like, I have, like, I'll give y'all a perfect example, right? Like, I have a story I've been writing for the past 5 years. The simple plot is this: a samurai and gunslinger, a samurai and gunslinger fight demons, except the demons run the criminal underworld. How do they do this? How do how do the demons how do the demons invade Earth and run the criminal underworld? They they possess humans. They possess humans. Demons possess humans to run the criminal underworld and to do all the real world crimes like murder and all that. Like imagine like true crime except done by done by human done by humans but possessed by demons, if that makes sense. That's the story I've been working on it for the past 5 years. A samurai gunslinger fighting demons, except the demons run the criminal underworld, and the demons possess humans to run the criminal underworld. Now, what am I doing when I'm writing that story? Now, what am I doing when I'm writing that story? I'm writing my ideas down. I'm putting my ideas down on paper. Like I'm actually writing out my ideas. I'm putting my thoughts and my ideas down on paper. Like actually like giving my ideas and thoughts form, if that makes sense. Now now I am no fool, guys. I am no fool. I know I'm an idiot. I know I am a I know I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. I know I'm stupid. I know I'm the dumbest man you will ever meet. I know all that already. I know all that. I'm a utter fool. I am not smart. See myself as unintelligent and not worth your time. Like, I see myself as one of the stupidest people, as one of the most retarded and dumbest people on the planet. But I'm doing it what I can. And because I honestly think I'm that stupid. I'm not joking, guys. I'm not joking. I honestly see myself as not intelligent, but hopefully I'm able to illustrate the point, right? Here with that, here with here with the example I gave of me working on this idea, this story for the past 5 years, even in storytelling, right? Like take the Hunger Games, or take something even more simpler than that. Take Dr. Seuss, take Theodore Geyser, take the Cat in the Hat, right? What is he doing? What is Dr. Seuss doing when he's writing these stories? Because these stories start out as ideas and thoughts. Then, okay, guys, I know I'm rambling. I know I'm not making sense. I know I'm retarded and idiotic and stupid and a dumbass. But that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully I'm able to get the point across, because guys, I didn't and I know what I'm doing in this moment. I know what I'm doing right this very moment. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking what I'm trying to say, which is causing me to like not put my words together very clearly and simply. I did all of that rambling, all of that nonsensical babble bullshit to basically illustrate the point, hey, that there's no difference. There's no difference in between writing and thinking. And guys, I apologize for that. I truly do. I apologize for that. I apologize for wasting your time with that. But I wanted to get that point across. I wanted to get that point across. He that there's no difference between writing and thinking. How does one learn to think? Okay, let me pose this question, guys. Let me pose this question. How does one learn to think deeply and clearly? Learn to write. How does one learn to write? Learn to read. How does one learn to write? Learn to read. So, in my opinion, guys, well, it's not really my opinion, guys. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I've read a ton of people, right? I've read a ton of people. I've read a ton of books. I've read a lot of books with a lot of different ideas. I stand on the shoulders of giants like Jung, Nietzsche, Freud, etc. Kierkegaard, uh, the now Dostoevsky. Even though Dostoevsky is a writer and not a philosopher, Marcus Aurelius is another great one that I've gotten into here recently. Even though I really don't know that much about Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius's ideas, I'm trying, right? I'm trying. Read, write, think. Read, write, think. You got it, Smokey. You got it. You 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 got it. You got it, Smokey. You got it. Okay. We'll get to that in a moment, Smokey. We will get to that in a moment. We will get to that in a moment, Smokey. But yeah, guys. So how do you learn to think, learn to write? How do you learn to write, learn to read? Because I believe if you can read and write, hey, then you are truly deadly. You are unstoppable. You are dangerous if you can do that. Because if you can read and write, hey, then you can think clearly and actually think through problems. It's such a simple idea, and it's not my idea, guys. I'm not sure who said it. I just wanted to try my best to re-illustrate the point, to try to re-illustrate the point. Okay. Okay, we've been going for 18 minutes. All right. Even though guys, this is not a Q&A. This is not a Q&A, guys. This is not a Q&A. Hey, the Q&A is coming soon, though. Hey, the Q&A is coming soon. Smokey, you finally finished C.S. Lewis, and you finally finished Mere Christianity. What did you think of it? What did you think of Mere Christianity? What did you think of Mere Christianity, my friend? What did you think of C.S. Lewis and Mere Christianity? Now that you have finally finished it, what did you think of it? I mean, it's a phenomenal book, man. It's a phenomenal book, truly. Truly, it is a phenomenal book. But yeah, guys, even though this is not a Q&A, I'm taking this time to talk here with my high chief, here with my commander, with Smokey, the main mod. But yeah, man, because that book, C.S. Lewis. But now, if you don't know, guys, C.S. Lewis wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, aka Narnia, which is a phenomenal book, series, and franchise. I love it. I love it to death. But I am very, very curious, Smokey. I'm very, very curious. What did you think of Lewis's works? At least the ones that you've read. At least the ones that you've read, Smokey. But yeah, I mean, let let's see here. Let's see here. Hang on, let me read this. Exactly, exactly, Smokey, exactly. C.S. Lewis lays out it. He lays out the arguments so simply, right? He lays out the arguments so simply by introducing the idea of the moral law. Of the moral law, he he almost takes God and Christianity out of the equation entirely, at least for the first few chapters. Then and and before he brings up the idea of Christianity and God, he instills in us, he gives us a framework to work with. The the moral law, or the inherent awareness, or the intrinsic awareness of right and wrong. Like, if I were to steal something from you, and then you steal something from me, and then I complain about it, that's hypocritical and wrong. I mean, there's got to be a fundamental. There's got to be something. Exactly, Smokey. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Smokey. It's so good. It is so good, guys. If you haven't, now not now, guys. Please note that I try my best to stay away from political and religious topics on the channel. But when it comes to Lewis, I can't help myself, man. When it comes to C.S. Lewis, I just simply can't help myself. He lays the arguments out so simply and so profoundly that it is so. He lays it out so simply and just fascinatingly. I don't have the proper wording to describe how he puts it. He just simplifies it to the point to where anyone can understand it. Yes, he does, Smokey. Yes, he does. You see, this is why Lewis is such a brilliant writer. It's because the arguments he makes is just so profound. It's just so profound. If the whole show, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here. I'm paraphrasing here. If the whole show was bad, if from A to Z, then why, then why did I, who was supposed to be a part of the show, find myself in such utter, if the If the whole show it was bad, if from A to Z, Hayden, why did I, Hayden, why did I, someone that was supposed to be a part of the show, find myself in such opposition against it? Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's very, very good, man. It's very, very good. A man feels wet. A man feels wet when he falls into water. A fish, he does not feel wet. The reason a man feels wet is because man is not a water animal. Con- consequently, consequently, atheism turns out to be too simple. Let's just play devil's advocate right quick. Let's just play devil's advocate right quick. Or better yet, guys, better yet, here. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do, guys. Here's what I'll do. I got the controller right here. I've got the controller right here. I'm gonna go look up the quote myself. I'm gonna go look up the quote myself. There we are. Easy. Easy money. Easy money. There we go. Okay. Okay. C.S. Lewis says this, guys. C.S. Lewis says this. My argument against God. My argument against God. It was that the universe seemed so cruel and unjust. But how had I got this idea of just and unjust? A man does not call a line crooked unless he has some idea of a straight line. Hang on, let me try to restart and get this right. My argument against God was that the universe seemed so cruel and unjust. But how had I gotten this idea of just and unjust? A man he does not call a line crooked unless he has some idea of a straight. I hate my speech impediment. You see, this is why I don't talk. This is why I just think I should shut up and never say anything ever again. Because my speech impediment is so retarded. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe, bud. Breathe. Mm, mm, ah. My argument against God. My argument against God. My my argument against God. It was that the universe seemed so cruel and unjust. But how had I gotten this idea of just and unjust? A man does not a man does not call a line crooked unless he has some idea of a straight line. What was I comparing this universe with? What was I comparing this universe with when I called it unjust? If the whole show was bad, and if the whole show it was bad and senseless, if the whole show it was bad and senseless from A to Z, so to speak, if the whole show it was bad and senseless if from A to Z, so so to speak, why did I why did I if the whole show was bad, hey, from A to Z, so to speak, why did I, who was supposed to be part of the show, find myself in such a violent reaction against it? A man feels wet. A man feels wet when he falls into water because man is not a water animal. A fish would not feel wet, of course. A fish would not feel wet. Of course, I could have given up my idea of justice by saying that, of course, I could have given up my idea of justice by saying that it was nothing but a private idea of my own. But if I did that, then my argument against God, it collapsed too. Then my argument against God, it collapsed as well. For the argument, it depended on saying that the world, it was really unjust. Not simply that it did not happen to please my private fancies. Thus, in the very act of trying to prove that God, thus in the very act of trying to prove that God, it did not exist. In other words, that the whole of reality was senseless. I found myself forced to assume that one part of reality, namely my idea of justice, it was full of sense. Consequently, atheism turns out to be too simple. If the whole universe has no meaning, we should have never found out that it has no meaning. I will say that again, guys. I will say that again. Consequently, atheism turns out to be too simple. If the whole universe has no meaning, we should never have found we should have never found out. We should have never have found out that it has no meaning. Just as if there were no light in the just as if there were no light in the universe and therefore no creatures with eyes, we should never know it was dark. If we're dark, he would be without meaning. And yes, guys, I know that was a very, very choppy and very, very incoherent quote. I know I didn't read that off very well. I know I didn't quote that very well because of my speech impediment. I know I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But hopefully see the point. But yeah, guys, I don't really like talking about like religion and politics and all that stuff. But when it comes to Lewis, and when it comes to that man, when it comes to C.S. Lewis, I cannot help myself. I agree with him, guys. I agree with his arguments. I agree with his logic. It's very, very good. His logic is very, very sound in his argument for Christianity and for God. As is Lee Strobel's. Argument for God in the case for Christ. In the case for Christ, Lee Strobel actually goes and does investigations into Christianity and to see if the resurrection of Jesus actually happened. Now, here is something that even the strongest atheist cannot refute. Even the strongest of atheists, like Sam Harris, for example, cannot refute that Jesus Christ was an actual historical figure. That is all I'm saying on that front, guys. That is all I'm saying. Note, guys, please note, that is all I'm saying. Jesus Christ is a historical figure. He actually existed. Now, it's up for debate if he was the Son of God or not. At least if you're not a believer, if you're not a Christian, hey, then that is up for debate. Even if you are a Christian, I would say that's up for debate. Mainly because you actually have to dive into this stuff. You actually have to study this stuff. Of which I've 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 kind of done. I mean, I've read all of C.S. Lewis's books, and I've read The Case for Christ. I've read both I've read both Mere Christianity and The Case for Christ. Two phenomenal books, in my opinion, that strongly support Christianity as far as an actual argument goes. But I digress. That's enough. That's enough of me talking about religion and all that. I mean, yeah, I like talking about it because I'm passionate about it. But at the same time, I'm like, do y'all really want to hear that? Do y'all really want to hear me dive into that? I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. It's... You're okay, Frankie. You're okay, Frankie. You're okay. You're not late. You're right on time. You're not late. You're right on time, Frankie. You were right on time. You're right on time, Frankie. You're right on time. But yeah, guys. Let's see. How far are we into this? How far are we into this? I think like 38 minutes or something like that. I think we're like, what, like 38 minutes into it? What are we at? We're at like 38 minutes, I think. So yeah, we still got a bit of ways to go here before we hit the hour mark. Yeah, man. It really opened up my eyes, for sure. If you're curious about Lewis and more of his works, I would highly recommend Hey the Screwtape Letters. I would highly recommend Lewis's Screwtape Letters if you want to dive into more of his if you want to dive into more of C.S. Lewis's non-fiction work, and you've already read Mere Christianity, I would say do the Screwtape Letters next. Do the Screwtape Letters next after Mere Christianity. And then I would say The Great Divorce, but do not read The Great Divorce unless you've read William Blake's Marriage of Heaven and Hell. I made that mistake. I made the mistake of reading the Great Divorce, before the marriage of heaven, before William Blake's marriage of heaven and hell. If you don't know, C.S. Lewis wrote that book. C.S. Lewis wrote In the Great Divorce in response to William Blake writing The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. I would. Let's see, Smokey. Let's see. Out of that list you just provided me, out of that list that you provided me, Smokey, I would say, save crime. Even though I haven't read it yet, save Crime and Punishment for last. Save Dostoevsky for last, because I've heard, and my eldest brother can attest to this. Reading Fyodor Dostoevsky's books is hard, so I would save Crime and Punishment for last. But I haven't read Arthur Conan Doyle's. Shut up. Shut up. I haven't read any of the Holmes books, so I can't speak on any of those. But I can speak on 1984 and Dracula. Out of those two, I would read Dracula first. Now, here's something interesting about Dracula, though. If you're gonna read Dracula first, Smokey, just know that it is not your traditional book. Dracula is basically a bunch of letters and newspaper articles stitched together. All right. All right, all right. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I need to read them myself. I need to read Sir Arthur I need to read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes myself. Because those books I hear are fantastic. But yeah, guys. Man, we 43 minutes into this, and this entire stream, guys, so far, this entire stream has just been me talking to my moderator, to my main moderator, to my high chief, to my commander, to my lieutenant. Which I hope y'all don't mind, guys. I hope y'all don't mind that this entire stream has been one giant conversation between two people, basically. But it's okay. It's okay. Like, I love doing this, guys. I love doing this. We're practically 44 minutes into this. And it has been so much fun. It has been so much fun. Truly, it has been a blast. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of stuff I need to watch and read and just get back into it. Seems like I need to get back into a lot of stuff because I've been so busy with writing and my studies and all that, of which, if for those of you that don't know, I study history a little bit. I study a bit of history. I've been studying mythology for a very long time now. I've studied Greek mythology for almost 7 years. I've studied Greek mythology for almost 7 years, and I've studied Norse mythology for 3 years. So I got a lot of mythology under my belt and all that. I'm also studying philosophy and psychology and all that because that stuff really, really does interest me and intrigues me. And particularly with Carl Jung's stuff. Like I find it very, very fascinating and interesting, you know. But yeah, also guys, I find stories interesting as well. I find like general like storytelling fascinating. Like I've read a lot of books, guys. I've read The Hunger Games, The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, Dracula, 1984, as Smokey just said. I've read I've read the Commedia. I've read the Inferno. I've read Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. I've read a crap ton of Shakespeare plays. I've read a crap ton of Shakespeare plays. So, yeah, Othello being my favorite Shakespeare play. But yeah, guys, I've read a lot of good books. And I've read a lot of comic books as well. I've read a lot of Marvel, a lot of DC, a lot of Image, a lot of Dark Horse, you know? I've just read a crap ton of books, guys, and it's been so interesting and just so engaging. But yeah, like it's a lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of good stuff. But yeah, guys, I've had my I've had my day of rest, which was yesterday. I don't upload on Sundays, as y'all know. I went through the upload schedule. I went through the upload schedule earlier. Monday through Saturday. That's 6 days a week, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's 1 hour of just me talking and all that. So yeah. Also, guys, I did upload the second of 4 songs. Because me and my buddies, me and the boys are going to release 4 songs on the channel, and the songs are supposed to tell some kind of a story. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure. I'm not sure like the main message behind the story or whatever. But these 4 songs are supposed to tell a story, and we're still trying to figure out what that story is. But just know that we've got 2 of the songs up on the channel. Here we've got Broken Cross, of which was the first one, of which I uploaded back in February. I uploaded that on the last day of February, February 28th. I uploaded the first of 4, that being Broken Cross. I uploaded that back in February of this year, on February 28th, and then just a few days ago, on April 5th, on Saturday morning, I uploaded Chasing Tomorrow, the second song of the 4. The second of 4 songs. So yeah, if you haven't already, go check that one out as well. In my personal opinion, I think that is the best of the 4 songs. So we're halfway through, guys. We're halfway through. There's only 2 songs left. There's only 2 songs left to upload into the channel, of which the third song is coming at the end of this month, and then the fourth and final song that'll be uploaded at sometime in May. So keep an eye out for that. And then once that fourth and final song is uploaded, I'm not sure if there'll be any more music for this year. He will have to wait and see on that. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, that's everything I have as far as the music stuff goes. Now, as far as the other content goes, I do have plans. I do have some kind of plans. I do have some kind of plans for the rest of the year as far as content. As far as content goes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, MC, and also hello, MC. Here we got 2 of you. Here we got 2 of you. Here we got 2 of you in chat. Here we got the High Chief. Here we got the High Chief. And we have a soldier. We have MC in chat. But yes, I did watch the FNAF 2 trailer. It was very, very entertaining to say the least. To say the least. It was very, very entertaining. But yeah. But yeah, guys. Like this, like, I'm not sure about y'all, but like you're fine, MC. You're fine. You're not late. You're right on time. You're right on time, MC. You're right on time. But yeah, guys. Like there's just a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff that I've wanted to talk about. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about that I'm not sure if I act. Well, I want to talk about it. I'm just not sure how to bring it up. I'm just not sure how to bring it up. And also, guys, y'all knew this was coming. Y'all knew this was coming. If you didn't know this was coming, then I don't know what to tell you. But at some point in the stream, and yes, we are approaching the end of the stream. Y'all thought y'all were gonna get y'all thought I was gonna get away. Y'all thought y'all can I speak English, please? Just for 5 seconds? Can I speak English just for 5 seconds, please? And thank you. Y'all thought y'all were gonna get away with it. Y'all thought y'all were gonna get a stream here without me talking about the band. Yeah, man, I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. Citizen Soldier is a great band, guys. Yes, Smokey. Yes, you're right. You're right, Smokey. You're always right, because I never shut up. I never shut up about this band, and I can't help myself. They just keep on dropping teasers on Facebook and on Facebook and Instagram. I can't help myself. I can't help myself, guys. They just keep on dropping these teasers. These little snippets. These short little clips of new music that's gonna be on their album, Family Heirlooms. And guys, if you haven't heard of the band, go listen to them. Some of their best songs are Burden, I Am Not Okay, Pretend My Pain Away, Worse Than Me, Comparison, Hey Would Anyone Care, I Hate Myself, etc., etc. Go listen to them if you haven't already. Go listen to them if you haven't already. Yes, guys, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. I am sorry that I keep talking about this band, that I keep hyping them up. Also, guys, they released two new songs as of a few weeks ago. The Liar and Figure Me Out are both out right now on their channel. Go check it out. Go check out those two songs, which is surprisingly enough, they released them in the wrong order. And because I checked the album order, and 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 Figure Me Out is the first song on the album. So Figure Me Out is the first song of the album, and The Liar is the second song of the album. But Citizen Soldier had released Hit the Liar first and Figure Me Out second. There are 10 more singles to be released this year, and then once the actual album comes out, once Family Heirlooms comes out on November 12th of this year, at least I think it's on. I think they're releasing the album on November 12th. There's gonna be six more songs. So that's 18 songs in total, with 12 singles to be to, to be released this year. Hey, with two of the singles already out. Those two singles being Hit the Liar and Figure Me Out. Also, guys, yes. Also, guys, yes, I will put their channel in the description of this stream as well. Just, just like I've been doing the past couple of streams. But yeah, guys, this band is a rock band. They are a rock band. They were formed in 2016 by Jake Segarra, and Let It Burn, their first song, came out in 2017. I was wrong about that, guys. I believe the last time I told y'all about the band's formation, I believe I told y'all Let It Burn came out in 2016. I was wrong about that. It actually came out in 2017. So my mistake. My mistake, guys. My mistake. But yeah, guys, go check out the band if you haven't already. Also, guys, I might no. No, I won't do it. I will not leave the link to NF's channel as well, because NF is another musician, is another artist that I love dearly. NF is a hip hop slash rap artist that that my brother that my brother introduced me to in 2019, and I've been following him ever since. So yeah, I've been following him ever since. I've been following NF and his music since 2019. I've been following CS's music. I've been following Citizen Soldier's music ever since 2022. So yeah, that's just awesome, guys. That's awesome. I love these two artists, even though they're completely separate. even though they do completely separate genres. NF is hip hop and rap, and and and, and Citizen Soldier is rock. They talk about very similar topics in their music. They talk about very similar stuff. What's up, Star Wars? What's up? You're very late, Star Wars. Yes, indeed, you are very late. In fact, you were at the end of the stream. And with that, guys, and with that, speaking of the end of the stream, speaking of the end, guys, speaking of the end, we've hit the hour mark, guys. And we've hit the hour mark, guys. We've hit the hour mark. And with that, y'all know what to do. And with that, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications. And with the anyways guys, we've hit the hour mark, and with that, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, turn on all post notifications, so that way you never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you guys.